Hey everybody, welcome to the Pink Riot Comic Show where two black women talk all things comics, movies, and pop culture by black and brown folks. I am Keisha, aka Hot Havoc, and here I have my co-host, the wonderful, amazing Bree. How you doing, babe?
Ooh, it's a day. Oh my gosh, today was a day. Like, have you ever had one of those days where you're just like, why are all of these like adult responsibilities coming for me? Like,
Yes.
I really just want to like chill and binge anime and have a cute little snack. I don't want to be responsible for all of the things. And, it seemed like today was really just like, oh, you gonna be an adult today. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it's been one of those days. But we persevere. I
Yes,
made
we do.
myself a smoothie. It's rather delicious right now, so that's like putting me in a better headspace. I took my braids out and I
Look
used
good.
some new products and my curls are kind of fleeky, so I'm really excited about you know y'all Keisha and Brayburn seeing the stages of what
We
that
did.
is my hair
Yeah.
when
But
it
it didn't
goes
look
from
bad
one
at
thing
any
to the next.
stage.
You said what?
It doesn't look bad at any stage, for real.
She's
Like,
saying that from a place of love because I was looking hella crazy.
no, I'm saying that from a place of someone who changes their hair every 6 to 8 weeks. Different haircut, color, all that. Yeah, it was
Totally
good.
fair. Well, I will take love, but I feel like my day 0 and 1 and 2 curls are looking real sad, you know. So when we're looking at like day 3 curls, they they're up and out the way, but they're doing what
Mhm.
they need to do. So it's the little things like that kind of perk you up. I also like very much am in my fragrance baddie era,
Okay.
and I'm doing some like UGC stuff as like a side hustle for a little extra coins. And I got a new fragrance today that has like strawberry notes. It's Balmain. And it has your girl smelling and feeling expensive. So it's nice when you have a day that kind of like sucks to have a few little things to like key you up and
Yeah,
bounce. But how are
that's
you, Boo?
I'm all right. Today, I think the one thing that I wanted today I didn't get to do. I found out earlier today it was National Burger Day. So I hit up
Mm,
Malik and I'm like, I think we should celebrate.
yeah.
And because of my diet and me trying to work out and be, better about my health, I have a cutoff of when I can eat, and the food
Mm.
didn't get here in time. So, like, yeah. But
Oh,
other
babes.
than that, like, these last few days have been really interesting. I've been writing a little more, reading a little more, and realizing that there is an aspect of research. There's some research that I need to do and go back into student mode about. So,
Mm.
uh, it's been a lot of trying to figure out how to source some scholarly articles and stuff like that. And yeah, try to give myself a schedule for like graduate applications and whatnot. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Get into it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's been good. Today was good.
I love that. There's no way you could just like take a long walk after so you could still celebrate the day today.
No, not the way GERD operates. If I eat
Oh, okay.
late, yeah, if I eat late, then I'm feeling it in my chest the next morning, and then I can't work out, and then it's a whole thing. So I'd rather,
You would have to
like,
like sleep sitting up on the couch.
yeah, I'm not doing that. It's
That's
not
fair.
worth it.
I feel that. I feel that. Y'all, Keisha don't play about her sleep.
No, not at
But
all.
like no games, no games
Mm-mm.
whatsoever. Though low key, I will say there was many a night at San Diego Comic Con where I'm just talking and I look over and Keisha asleep like this, like fully sitting up on the bed, just
So that's a byproduct of my like go hard days when I was outside. it's that doesn't happen anymore. And I feel it. Like I
Mhm.
slept wrong last night and I feel it down the back of my neck. Absolutely not. I'm looking into a firm mattress. That's how bad. Yeah, that's how
Oh,
bad. Yeah,
oh no. Okay.
yeah.
Oof.
All right.
Well, another thing that we have going on today's show is we got some amazing special guests who have just been politely
Yes.
chilling in the wings while we kiki with y'all. So, we got to do our thing. We got to bring them on. I've been looking forward to this all day. Like, what are we
Yes,
talking about?
for real. Um, this group right here, I it's interesting because I brought them to Brie and I was like, yo, I need you to like check out this comic right quick. Cause I'm scrolling as one typically does on TikTok.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was just buying comics off of TikTok left and right. And I had seen this like slasher and like the premise came up and I was like, "Ooh, it's queer. It's like friends to enemies and they're trying to like survive this purge type thing in a dystopia." Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was made for me cuz this
It
sounds fun as fuck.
Quite literally, that was my exact thought when I clicked on it. I was like, "Oh, so they really just locked in with Keisha's psyche and was like, what's going to be the perfect book that ticks all of her boxes with this
It
type of energy?" Yeah. Yeah.
No
I was
notes.
like,
I
"Oh, this
had a
is very
time.
peace on brand."
Yes, absolutely, and so, like, I knew I bought the digital first,
Mhm.
finished the digital, immediately bought a physical, and was like, "Yeah, this needs to be in my collection. This is absolutely fantastic."
Yeah.
Um, and so, like, we finally have them like, this interview has been sitting in the wings for quite some time, so this is y'all gonna hear me fangirl super fucking hard, and we're all gonna like accept that
Yes. Mind
because
your business. If you see her fangirling, you didn't. Mind your
mind
business.
your business. This is gonna be great. I mean, I have some questions, but for real, it's gonna be like, yo, this was wonderful. This page was wonderful. This panel was amazing. And so, yes, just heads up. All right. So, I guess that it was a good introduction. Let's bring out the team from Bold Strokes LA. Hold on, let me make sure I got this and I can like time this right. All right, here goes the team from Bold Strokes LA. We have Simone Warrick and Alicia Mata. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I tried to do that. Mm.
Yeah,
We're
neither of
working
us are
on it.
ready for that sort of warm room. I think we need to.
No,
Yes.
yo, we're so
Welcome.
happy that you're here. Like I
Yes.
said, this is something I read this back in November and loved this comic so much. And I'm so happy that I got Bree to read it. And it is my full intent to get everybody in the comments, everybody listening to read it. This is a fantastic comic. Y'all did a
Yes.
fantastic job.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to come through. We really appreciate you. Like, I mean, we touched on it a little bit in the intro, but like when I tell you Keisha was like, "Hey, yo, you got to go look at this." I was like, "Okay, okay." Like she normally will come to me like, "Oh, check this out" or whatever, but she had a lot of
No.
energy for this book, and so I was
Yeah, yeah.
like, "Okay." And I was talking my shit. I was like, "It better be really fire with you coming at me like this." And I was like, "Okay, okay, you knew what you was talking about. You didn't gas me up. It was a real deal." I was like, "Okay, this is a
Yeah.
vibe." Like off jump, you're like building up on like the environment, what's going on, and I was literally like clutching my pearls from the first couple pages, and then the energy just keeps doing this and pushing you forward, and so I was just like, "Oh dang, she wasn't." She wasn't gassing. This was actually such a good read, so I was just very excited. And for those of you in the chat or listening wherever, you're gonna want to buy a copy for yourself anyway. But if you're a Kindle Unlimited girly, okay, you can access it so you can read it digitally because we love to be able to experience the medium in all forms. So
Period.
definitely go check it out there so you can understand why we're fangirling about it and then run and go cop your physical copy because that's just how we roll. But before we get into like fully just gushing about the story itself, there's a
Yes.
question that we love to ask any guests who come visit us in the Pink Riot Lair, and that's what is your comic book origin story? So what got you into reading and enjoying comics, and then what got you into creating comics?
Oof. Yeah, that's a tough one, which I knew was coming. Uh, but to try and do it shortly, I have always been a storyteller. I was an avid just consumer as a kid. If I wasn't, all my friends were outside, experiencing that earth thing that people talk about, and I was inside either creating stories with dolls or reading or writing or watching something. And so, yeah, I think I just kind of consumed a little bit of everything, and then only just recently came back to it about maybe like 8 or so years ago for work, and which is part of a bigger story. But I don't want to take away time from Alicia's answer. But yeah, getting into the working on it was was a crazy random. I wouldn't even say that it was a mistake because it was the best thing that I did in my career, but it was very much almost a mistake where I was just like, maybe we try it. If it doesn't work, it works, and it kind of worked. So we ran with it. But yeah, go ahead, Alicia.
So I have a relative who's definitely into comics and kind of got me into it. I'm like the only girl in my family that is really into comics, and I've been drawing for a long time and kind of like telling stories using this medium. And yeah, Simone hit me up over email and kind of just pitched the story, and I was on board from day one. So it's
Yeah,
been it's been pretty
Mhm.
exciting.
I love that. Okay, so it was a I'm just gonna reach out via email. So like when did the idea for
Yes.
the story come to you that led to you reaching out to Alicia?
Okay, so very long story short, this was, and we try to keep this close to our chest, so we're giving you guys a little bit of an exclusive. This was definitely a fan fiction, which is why I say that it was fake. And it was like in my coming back to writing for joy journey rather than writing for work or writing
Yes.
for money. And so I dabbled back in my fanfic era, and that's also how I met the co-writer. And so yeah, we were working on a zine for another show that had gotten canceled,
Mm.
and a few of the artists that were working on that with me as well were just like, we can do this. This is something we can do for real, even if it's crazy. And with Alicia, I was already following because and I almost wore my Avatar short. She's a big Avatar fan, and to say the least. And so I knew her from some Kurosaki art that she drew, and I was, yeah, no,
Hold on, I have another one because I love
please
Avatar.
do. My full name is so that's what my when I was a teacher, that's what my kids would call me, Momo.
Oh,
So
yeah, Alpha.
this is my
Oh,
opera. My opera is amazing.
now you get it.
I
So
do.
yeah, that's all to say. She lured me in with the Korosami. You got it back too.
Yeah, Kurosami brings us all together.
It unites the nations for sure.
Period. Okay, so like we all kind of understand the concept of a purge from like the movies and all that type of stuff. Why was it important to like let that be like the grounds that the story is developing on?
Ooh, I love that question. And I want to speak a little bit just to the design of the space, and I want Alicia to talk to specifically the details that made it this dystopia. But I'll say I think there is a time and a place for us to try and escape into our media, to try and get away from what's happening, and then there's a time and a place to focus on it.
Yeah.
And I very much, I don't know, I felt like the first thing that I did needed to speak to the reason why I was doing it. This is obviously set in a dystopia. It's not supposed to be based in reality. And yet every single day I keep rewriting volume 2 because there's something happening in real life. And I'm like, well,
We're like 2 snaps
Yeah.
away from the reality that is this.
like, I would say we're one shotgun away, but even that's already happening. So yeah, it's
I mean, to be fair, like you said it, like the comic is set in 2036. Like, and it took me a minute to figure out, like, oh, this isn't like so far out. Like, one of the first few pages, you bring up, what is the name? Trinity Rodman. And I was like, oh, that's Rodman's daughter. Wait, this is close. And I had to like, I was like, oh, this is a very near future.
Mhm.
And like you said, it really felt this is something that could happen. You said it in Texas, which I'm like, oh, we're only a few steps, maybe 2, 3 from that
When I
actually
tell you
existing.
that aspect of the story, when you first mentioned the concept of New Texas, it was a gut punch because I lived in Texas for like a decade. And okay, so you know, Alicia, and
Yeah.
it's like a joke, but like low key serious one that is made like all the time. Like, this is why we should just, and I just be like, I'm
Mhm.
a California girl through and through, started here, left a little bit, and then came back. But while I was there, that is a legit thing that is like he ha ha'd about on a regular basis. So when it was like New Texas, and then like Keisha said, you see the time frame, it's like, okay, that just spiked my pressures up a little bit because they they genuinely joke about it, but of all the things that are going on right now, like, and you see how they approach them differently, like the way that I spazzed many a time on my friends in Texas during like the peak of the pandemic because they were acting like nothing was happening. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, y'all,
Mhm.
that that was gonna be one of my later questions, but since we touching on it, y'all, that really was like a ooh, that's what made it hit home for me because I was like, yeah, and it
And
would be like that too, talking about the pledge and all of that.
that is
I was like,
exactly.
whoop,
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's how we knew we weren't, kind of, we weren't making too much of a joke out of it, that it is the reality, is because so much of the support that we're seeing is actually coming from Texas, coming from Ohio, coming from Oklahoma, places where I thought would be like, oh, you're making fun of us, but they're reading and being like, yes, you nailed that shit.
You're affirming this.
Exactly. That's how Alicia was like so instrumental to this, because like the very first message I sent her, she's like, "Did you know I live in Texas?" And I was like, "Yes, there's no interview needed. We will be." And so much of what she brings is this, this she's present. She sees. That's why, like, that's what makes an illustrator, right? Is someone who goes out in the world and just sees the details.
yeah,
So she'll be sending me pictures of like something happening at Bucky's, and I'm like, well, that's wooden somehow, and that's how we keep it, feeling real, feeling grounded.
Yeah.
wow,
I literally saw a dude riding a horse down the street the other day, so you know.
very
I
normal.
mean,
It's
But
kind
yeah.
of a flex there, like, because you have to have money to own horses for real. And you have to have even more money if you're taking care of them and or you have enough of them where you can be like riding your horse in public. That was like
hmm
a thing at like football games and stuff in high school. You see everybody like spinning out in their cars, and then you got a group of people who pull up in their horses. Like it's a
yeah.
wild place. This is a wild place.
I like that you guys pick up on the details. This is
Yeah.
crazy. This is like
Oh,
exactly when she sent me that. I was like, it's going in the comic, but it's going in the comic to talk about recession specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, like y'all did a fantastic job. Like, cause I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but like the world building, you
Yeah.
didn't like. Yes, you gave us like a few narrative dialogues, but like the world building is so well built into the entire story. You're getting so much. Like, I know we are hopping around, but I need to show y'all like one of my favorite pages. Um,
Yep. We are locked in, Keisha.
okay, see, this
Because
is
at
one of
that
my
moment, I was like, "Oh, shit's about to get real." Because I
right.
literally, like, okay, my bad. Say what you were gonna say because that just got me
But
too
no, like
excited.
on this one page, you're getting a little more because this doesn't happen like for those listening, right? We're on page 30 of this first issue, and Rayanne and Bailey, they're talking to this guy, and they're trying to like, I don't know, protect themselves and get out the door, but apparently he something happens to him, he gets shot, and what's happening on this page is absolutely fantastic. You're getting more of the world building, the fact that, New Texas has regressed severely. We're going back to the 1950s and how we're speaking to people, and that happens like throughout the entire issue. You're getting the humor that happens, because that's another one of my questions, the way you have this wonderful balance of having those hard conversations and concepts and all of that, and you balance it magnificently with humor that's just like all the way through it. You're you're getting like this amazing artwork, and like this final panel where homeboy gets a bullet through the neck was wonderful, right? Just absolutely wonderful. Like Bree says, like, yo, shit is going down right here, right the fuck now. And it's been building up this entire time. I 10 out of 10, no notes. Wow.
100%. 100%. So I have to. I love the way you just explained it, Keisha. But I have to tee it up for the people who haven't read the book because the way that they laid everything out, you're like, you start off with our main character, and it's like soccer game. It's very chill. You're getting like high school rivalry energy vibes. But then you get like introduced to these little notes that are like, oh, something's about to go down later today that is a lot more serious than high school soccer, and they're just talking about it normally, like, so just like for
Out in
those
the
who
open.
yeah, those who may not be familiar with the concept of the purge, it's pretty much just like for one night in this case in New Texas, they consider it a holiday. There is a 12-hour period where people can do whatever to whoever without any consequences of the law or anything like that, right? So we get introduced to our main character. We're at the soccer game. There's like some teenage back and forth, talking smack because it's a sports event, whatever. That's normal. But then you have this underlying thing of like, okay, you're mad because we're winning, like we're up, and you're looking stupid because you're losing. And the people from the team who are losing are like, yeah, whatever, because we got you later. Basically, when the purge gets going, like when this thing starts happening, and you're like, wait, what? And they're just saying this openly, like there's nothing hidden about it. It's very blatant.
At all.
That was another thing that was kind of like, hey, yo, because like when I was in Texas, like I said, I was in high school and I lived in Houston, but the way that it was separated is like it's technically not Houston. It's considered A Leaf. So the schools that were around me were like people that look like me. But if I literally went like two neighborhoods behind where I live, there were schools there, and it was like, don't get caught there by yourself after a football game, or don't go that way by your, like, it was very clear. And the good beige people of that space talked to you in that way because they knew, like, we know that you know better than to pull up over here being brown or anything other. So like it was the same energy, just in that environment, they still have to abide so much to the law. In this environment, it was very visceral because it's like Yeah, imagine being a teenage person and having that like full fledged of anger and ferocity behind a sport. Like this normal to get amped up about a sport, but to take it to the point where you're like, I'm a white soccer player and I'm playing against this team and I'm talking smack to this black soccer player, pretty much like, oh yeah, you may be winning, but we gonna see what's up uh once this other thing comes into play. It was like the way that it was introduced, like I said, felt like a gut punch, like 1-2 real quick, because it was like, oh shoot, like this escalated quickly. And so then you like go past the game, they're talking about things with the coach, and the coach is like talking to their team afterwards, like, yeah, I've lost a lot of players to this sort of thing, and because they're usually mad after we win a game. And I'm just like, wait, then it comes and becomes clear, it's like, oh, this isn't just some like underground shit, this is like sanctioned and understood, and the adults are just like, yeah, there's nothing that we can do, these are the expectations. And
Exactly.
even boils down to like, okay, like, the final thing for this is at 6:30, so make sure that you're at the safe house by 6:30, so that way you don't get caught in the and so our main character goes to talk to like some scouting people from college, and I'm like, my good sis, they just said it's
That
five
was
o'clock. Like, ain't no way. I would have showered when I got home. Like my whole, I'm just like, and so she goes to do what she's
You
gonna do.
didn't have to smell her though, Bree. She smelled. She was.
Oh my, I don't. Y'all
She had
gonna
I
smell
mean, it
every
was
drop of this funk, because I'm not showering until I get to the safe house. I don't care what's going on. I was like, wait, what? And
I
then
mean like
we're
the
talking
like
to. Oh, go ahead, babe.
no, I was saying like y'all did a fantastic. Okay, I did have a question because I
Okay,
didn't
so
want to
this
lose
is
it.
the end. Wait, before we do that, I was trying to just set the scene that like this is building up. So the energy I'm at
Yeah.
right now is where we're at, and then the time elapses. I knew she shouldn't have been caught out lacking until the time, because one of the heifers from the other team like knocks her upside her head, so she has no choice but to be out in these streets during it. So then her ex or ex-friend situation pulls up and then like gets her out of that, and they start walking away. Then we get to the panels that Keisha shared as her favorite, and this dude is talking to them, and I'm thinking like everybody is real chill considering the purge is about to happen like in the next 30 minutes. And he's just talking Kiki, and then brat right in the neck. I was like, oh Lord, I knew they should have been outside. Like, what's going on? So and this is the buildup. This is why Keisha is saying it was so well done. And it was built, like, you could tell it was built very meticulously, because you're getting the energy hyping you up to the potential for what's going to happen. And then you're in this like little lull while they're having the conversation, and you're thinking like, okay, maybe they'll just like dance around it and we just hear about it, and then no, but right in the neck. I was like, oh shit, this is about to get crazy. So very well done. The energy is intense, it is insane. The build up was very well paced, very well timed, and y'all see me keyed up like this, the energy stays like that, continually moving. So
It
please,
does.
now I had to lay the stage for anybody who hadn't read it yet, but now please ask your question, Keisha, and just y'all know y'all did your big one with that.
Can
Y'all
I,
did
can
good.
I actually make one quick thing, Keisha, just to respond
Yeah.
to that? Look, I want to say so much went into this project. Obviously, it still kind of boggles my mind when people receive it in the way that they do. But
Yeah.
what you were talking about specifically, a shout out needs to be made to my co-writer. I am a drama girly. I like to turn it all the way up. And she is just like so unserious and doesn't really care. And so we did strike that balance only because we had each other to play off of. And so exactly what you're talking about is the thing that I was like, the reason why I was like, I want to do this with her, because I know that I'm so serious that I need that voice. It's kind of like, well, what if we just kill him? You know, see
Oh,
what happens.
that's
And that's
no,
what she.
You need that, right? You need the,
Mhm.
especially when you're
Mhm.
talking about like topics like this,
Yeah.
you need to balance the hope, the actual life of people, because I mean, for real, we live in a dystopian world. You know, we live in a variation of this, but we still manage to find, you know, funny things, hopeful things to involve with, like, you know, to connect with. So like y'all are a great team, like just
Yeah.
all around, not just the two writers, but just like your art team, like y'all are fantastic.
Yeah.
um so I'm assuming like the communication in putting all of this together, like it was easy, or y'all were just like, you know, I don't know, like y'all were just like peace and blessings, this is gonna be the best shit ever, and just
Yeah, it's kind of crawling.
Alicia, you look like that comment stressed you out. Speak your piece.
I need her. I need her to answer this one.
Well,
You guys.
honestly, I really think it's I Simone. She honestly brought us all together. And she put the team together, and she manages to like direct us in the in the direction that she wants to take the story, and it's been really good so far. Yeah, but there have been some moments where we were
Yeah,
just kind of like, okay, you gotta bring
yeah.
it back a little bit. We can't do
Mm.
all this.
Oh, what was one thing that like you had to like pull back or change, or something that you wish could have stayed in?
One thing, drones. I hated seeing the drones. I don't know if you've noticed it, but there's a
Yes, they
couple
were
times
over the
where,
limo
yeah,
and
everywhere. And I was just like, why do we have the drones? But with Simone, there's a purpose. There is a purpose to that.
that was stressful.
Yes, but honestly, like
But, no,
after
but
after showing those, like now I started seeing drones IRL, so I'm just like, bro,
yes.
I can't.
And also Alicia, she just said the thing. Your hard work is going into creating a vibe. She's picked her information. She's immediately stressed because something is missing. And she's like, what information is it getting?
No,
Yeah.
for real. Like, so like, I mean, y'all created a terrifying world. And now that you said you've seen it in real life, does it
Yeah.
stress you out, make you angry to
Yes.
know how close y'all are?
Yes.
To,
Yes. Now
oh,
these drones are just from like, local companies doing like, drop ship services or delivery or kinds of things. But I know like just given, conspiracy theories and stuff like that, going down rabbit holes, that eventually it can be turned into what we see in the comic series, which is actually very, very stressful and frightening.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And it's honestly the thing that kind of that grounds the process of it, right? Because it's a big thing that we're doing. And we have our team spans so many countries and time zones, and like the thing that we're doing is like hard to actually align all the time. And so it's the reason why we're doing it is what drives us, not so much the thing that we're doing. I think Alicia
mm,
was the perfect partner for me because we were already in the middle of doing this when the election happened. And it was a perfect moment of like the whole team, even the people who weren't American, were like, I think I need a mental health month, maybe a quarter. And, and so all of us kind of just slowly stopped talking. And I was going through this like period of like, do I even bother? There are bigger things in life to like when I was telling you guys earlier where I didn't take it seriously enough at the beginning. And I'm like, am I gonna force all these guys to rally when they're completely justified? What is making art right now in this with everything that's going on? Especially as a woman of color who just saw what happened. And Alicia hit me up one day and she was like, just letting you know, I'm gonna throw this out there. Uh, I'm in Texas and I feel like there are little girls who need this story right now.
Yes.
And we have to do it. And I
Yes.
was like, say less. I ran the alarm and did my little rounds. And yeah, it's exactly what we need, this kind of scary time that we're in.
Yeah, it speaks so much to the reality of what's going on, and it is a tough topic, or several tough topics, by the time you guys touched on a lot, but it is so necessary. Like I didn't want to interrupt your thought as you were saying that, but like just thinking that like we've experienced, Keisha and I have heard from a lot of creators who like go through that of like, oh, is this the right time? Is this the moment? Is this, appropriate? Is this worth it? But like the fact that it's so close, it's like if you don't do it now, then what? I feel like it holds more weight
Yeah.
and value to anyone who comes across this story because it's happening right now, where it feels so close and it feels so tangible that like adds to the fear factor of it. But then you see like the fact that everyone is still kind of trying to go about their lives in spite of whatever else is going on. That's the real core of the message. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm so glad that you guys found each other in your team and were able to like rally and
Yeah.
push each other to move forward, because this is the absolute correct moment for this story. And I'm so glad that you pushed forward. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys. And honestly, we didn't say it because we're both very awkward, but even just the flowers that you guys did give us, for me, the sentence "this is for me" is why we did it. It's got to.
Mm.
There are people who don't get to say that often enough, and
Yeah.
you're damn straight, Keisha. It was for you specifically, and it was for every single person who clicked that button and thought, "Damn, I want this.
Yeah.
Why is it not here
Um,
already?"
like it's I mean, there's nothing I can say that I haven't said already. Like y'all did your big one with that. I guess what I do want to ask, there's this book I always reference it. It's an academic book by Dr. Semi Shalk, right? And they say like what speculative fiction is and like the purpose of it, and how it either, especially with Black and brown folks, it either like serves as a warning for where we are, or models what we could be, right, in the future. And so like my question to you is, obviously Dead of Night is a warning for everyone, right? It is that very scary warning. So like, do you think do you think it is something that will absolutely happen? Or do you feel like we have enough time to course correct? Because once
Mm.
again, when I realized it was 2036, I was like, this is too close for comfort. Like, I don't know if you're trying to tell us we're cooked or not.
At this
I
point, a
Well,
just,
perfect thing to like show people, like, yeah, if maybe you thought you might be lazy and not go vote, like,
right. But this will happen.
right.
it,
Yes.
I can honestly say, like living here, there is a lot of hope. If you've heard the news, like James Tallarico has won the Democratic primary for, the Democratic side of Texas, and there's a lot of people rallying behind that, and I think right now, as this this next upcoming election, I think would be, just like any other election, but like just this one specifically is probably the most critical, because I think once if people can see the change that can happen in a state as red as Texas, I feel like that can begin like a domino effect into other states, and even just push Texas further into a more progressive direction. And yeah, and I see it here, like driving around Dallas area, which is where I do live. I see a lot more signs for Tallarico, which
Hell
in the
yeah.
past you've seen more signs for, the Republicans, and anyone voting for them. So I think we're kind of going in a positive direction, but it's kind of something that we have to continue to push. We can't just stop at just where we're at right now.
Very true.
Which is
Absolutely.
it's hopeful.
Yeah, I think that it's so funny you keep saying the date to me. Like, first of all, I know that you're actually reading this shit because I'm like, that's the date that I 36 is it's especially because we started it 3 years ago, so it didn't even feel like it was that close then. But yeah, I'm thinking about where I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was in Florida. I was trying to like scrap my way back to LA because I was on and off in LA as well. And it was just like the what I thought was the end of my career, which really was the beginning. And so many things were
Wow.
happening, and my life is completely different today. A lot can happen in 10 years for one
A
person, let
lot,
alone
yeah.
a society. And I just think that we can avoid it if people start to and it has to come from us, but if we remember what critical thought is, what I'm getting from this conversation is you guys' media literacy is just goes off. Like you guys are in the shit and you're looking for the messages. And I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, I'd love to be proven wrong, that you're a dying breed. And until we get to a place where we're actually actively pursuing that media literacy and actually questioning everything that we ingest, I think that it's absolutely possible. But I believe in us. At the end of the story, at the end of the day, the story is about hope,
Yeah.
and that's also part of the not taking ourselves too seriously, right? Is it? I think when you believe you're the smartest voice in the room, and then you try to like force feed your smart message down the throat, there's going to be some resistance. But if
Yeah.
you do, like
Mm.
you guys are calling out this idea of Blondie saying, "I'm going to kill you tonight" in the middle of a soccer game, you're like, that's a little bit extreme. Like, stop and think for yourself what's happening, rather than me saying, uh, Blondie is evil, and let me explain to you what's happening. I don't need to do all that. You can glean it for yourself.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah.
I love the way that you phrase that, and I love that both of you are viewing it through a hopeful lens because that's literally why we're here. That's why Pink Riot exists because if we are a dying breed, the goal is to introduce our love for reading and stories to people in a way that
Yes.
they want to take it on too. So that's more people that are a part of the movement, more people ready to riot instead of just being complacent,
And you're
So
doing this. I see 1,500 in my site. I don't know you.
I mean,
we
yeah,
trying to do a little some, a little
just
razzle
a
dazzle.
little.
No, I love that you guys both have a hopeful approach, and I love how that was also like intertwined through the story, so it's clear. Like even if that may not be the biggest thing or the biggest thing that's said in the story, it's definitely said, and I think that that's important. We have Chell in the chat said, let's see, two things that they said I want to mention. Are we in a resurgence of bubblegum slasher slash thrillers? What do you think about it?
Mm.
Mm. You have thoughts, Alicia?
Mm.
Oh, I got thoughts. I got thoughts for days. Okay,
I feel like
so
we could do a whole show on this, but we want to hear from
I
y'all.
think so. I think so. Because I talk about this on my channel a lot.
Yeah.
The I would say that there is definitely an appetite for it. I
Mm,
think that the reason why we were able to reach the people we were able to reach is because people want it, but the people in the boardrooms don't think that there is an appetite. So, is it resurging? No. Is there a want for it to resurge? Yes, absolutely. And I think so many people, like myself, want it so badly they're willing to do it themselves rather than wait for someone to buy or option or give them a grand screw you. I'll do it. I'll do it, and then we'll see who shows up, and then get the money up.
Yes.
Hopefully.
period.
Yes.
We
I mean,
are
like,
yes.
I mean, and y'all really like. I'm fascinated by how y'all got the money for. I like not to be in your finances or nothing too hard, but like, I need y'all to understand the quality of this comic is amazing. Like, this is a glossy cover. This is the cover A. This is fantastic. Like inside the art, I mean, you guys have already seen it, but for those listening, like the art is stunning. It's black gutters, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, we're
I
obsessed with
love,
the Black Gutter, especially
yeah.
for a thriller piece.
Yeah, and it just is done so well. There's in pages, or if this is being shown,
Yeah.
like yeah, y'all went all out. Like, so I would love to know, like, how did we get this funded? Your marketing is insane because over on TikTok you got like 14,000 followers. How? How?
She's the miracle worker. She did
No.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are not gonna believe me when I say this. I know Alicia knows this because she knows how awkward I really am. I hate social media with a passion. I did not have a social media before this book.
Yeah.
So you get me. I know you get me the mere fact
Necessary
that
evil, very much.
Yeah.
it really, really, truly is. And luckily, I'm a Virgo, so in the same skills that allowed us to, manicure and curate a team of 12 people at a certain point around the globe is the same skill that I just put into like just building the strategy out. But honestly, guys, I say this a lot. I don't really have a strategy. I say what I'm vulnerable about, and the people respond to the vulnerability. And then I get really insecure about having that vulnerability, and then I don't post for a month. And then
That sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
so that's that part, I think. And then the money. So yeah, the part that I blipped over in my journey into coming to creating comics is that I used to work in TV and film,
Okay.
and so yeah, I work, and I'm still freelancing, which is another reason why the social is so sparse right now. But at the time that I started this project, I was working at a studio, which is now effectively owned by Donald Trump. I'm not going to say which one. You guys can make your guesses. And is doing a lot of things that I could already see happening 3 years ago. And when I started to kind of gather that, I was like, it's not for me. I'm out. This is just what the studio life is going to be. I think as a kid, if I could have seen myself in this role, I would have been like, she made it. Like, this is what we wanted. And it's just how life goes. I got to it and it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
But what I did when I got there, a lot of like studio development is just finding stories, going and reading books and then seeing if you can make a show out of it. But naturally, what ends up happening is you have a studio will have a dedicated book scout, and the book scout is sending stories from a specific lens that they find to be the most valuable. And so very quickly I was seeing, oh, okay, we're only getting 10 or 20 books a week. All of them, I can't see any particular nuance in for me. And so
Someone said, I can't.
That was smooth.
I heard what you said.
and so yeah, I was definitely that girl. And I told my boss, who God bless her, this woman was just a gem in the studio system, and I will live by that to the day I die. But she was like, if you don't like it, go find something else. And I was like, you're right. You know what? Let me go. I'm gonna go get what I called alt IP. That was the video games. That was the comics. That was the webtoons. That was all of it. And I was like, they're out there. These people don't have an eye on them. And the same time I started scouting it, we started to see Last of Us and we started to see Fallout and people coming back to the alternate IP, the non-book IP. And it was for me like, oh shit, I used to love this when I was a kid, but I kind of fell off. And now the storytellers in it, like we got
Yeah.
10-4? Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did a review of that one.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I know you guys would. Like, this is why I'm doing it, right? People in this space have a little bit more freedom, and they're doing what they want and saying stuff that's valuable. And so it's just like, okay, great. But in doing that, I kind of was like, I could do this. I could do this, and then I could also definitely sell it on the back end. So I went into this, I'm going to tell you guys, like, fully crazy. Like, I had to have a real conversation with my wife where I told her I don't want to crowdfund. People don't know me. I have nothing to tell them. Put your dollar on me. Invest in me. So I didn't feel comfortable doing it. So I took my own savings and I set it aside and I made a budget. And I knew exactly what I could afford to do, but I knew that I wanted to also, work with real artists who weren't able to do this elsewhere for other companies. Like, God bless Mad Cave. I don't know how to do a submission with them. Like, they're great, and all the stories that are coming out of there are fabulous, but they're also niche. Once you find that group, you work with them until they're out of the business, essentially. And so yeah, I mean, it was really taking a chance and seeing what would happen. And thankfully, it's May. We've already paid off the cost of paying all the artists. We're finally in profit, and
Yes.
yeah, like gotta at a certain point, it was like taking that anger and saying like I gotta put my literal money where my mouth is. I'm telling them they're not willing to pay for these projects because they think that people like us won't show out. Okay,
Mm,
well then I gotta put my money down and see if people will show out and see if it'll happen, and they goddamn did. So
period. And did.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh yeah.
that's we're catching a theme, and it hasn't been intentional, but the sheer number of people who got out there and like laced up their Nikes and went for the shit like with their own like gumption and pockets is crazy. And the
Yeah.
number of those people who also intersect with uh the people who started off in film or TV
mm,
in some
Yeah.
capacity and were like, yeah, this ain't it from what they're doing over here, and if we want these type of stories to be told, we have to do it ourselves. And comics is probably the best medium for the story I'm trying to tell right now. It's like it's really inspiring. And one thing that I don't want to harp on it, because obviously you did the damn thing on your own. You found a way. And I love heavy on the I wanted to pay people what they're worth for their work, and I did it. And it's not they're waiting for an invoice. We paid it, and now we've broken even from the money we've made.
That's
Like, say
amazing.
that part out loud more often, because the yuck that we've
We've
heard
heard
from,
stories.
yes, from people not getting paid, and if they do get paid,
oh,
it's like 9 months to a year later and stuff like that. It's like it speaks and then like what Keisha was saying about the quality of the book, like no corners were cut, okay?
Oh,
And it was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it in a way that I can feel proud of, that's going to represent all of these things that we are putting in the book and the way that we're living our lives. Like a lot of huge imprints could really learn a lot from just that little bit that you said just there about like moving with integrity and for the sake of the value of a story, not because it fits some mold of what people are expecting will make money. Like you've proven the point because you've done it on your own. And what I will say is the only thing I didn't agree about everything that you just said was that you didn't have something to stand on to represent to people to make people want to back you,
I would have
because
backed this
a
Kickstarter.
100%, a
That,
100%.
that was actually going to be my next question. I'm like, so with the next volume, like, will there be a Kickstarter? Because you have assumed a massive fan base, and
Right.
I am expecting another issue.
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
great place
Yeah.
to just be like, let your work speak for itself. Like you have proof of concept. You
yeah.
have crazy people like us screaming to the interwebs about how dope the story
Will.
is, the good quality of it, all of the things. Like y'all have more than what a lot of people have to stand on in this moment to do a Kickstarter that would be beyond successful moving forward. So yeah, I want to know the answer to Keisha's question too.
I'm gonna drink some water.
I mean, what do I say? We're working on the second volume right now as we speak.
Yay.
Yeah,
It's
so
That's exciting.
it's a work
I
in
can't.
progress.
I can't wait
I
for
hear
it
you though, and
to.
it's very valid. I'm working on my relationship to asking for things, especially money. I think you even touched on at the very beginning, like this comic is available for free for a reason, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I mean, you guys look through my comments any day of the week, you're gonna find at least one video that someone is like, I mean, I guess I'll get it maybe in 3 weeks because my paycheck. You see the way my bank account is set up, I got to move my money from the check. And it's like you don't gotta do all that, honey. Like it's there. I get it. It's really frustrating for me that we are living in a time where just basic recreation means people have to move money around in their bank account.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
Agree.
I need to get better
I'm gonna
about that.
just say this though. Because I saw this online and I think it's brilliant, and I have to remind myself because I'm also that way where I don't ask for help and people have to
Mm.
tell me to stop and have a seat. Um, it is anti-black to not be in community and not to ask
Ooh,
for help.
ooh.
Just to let you know.
This
I
is
saw
why I
it.
love
I
you,
have to
Keisha, because you're a menace in the
I
best
it's
possible
something
way.
that I have to tell myself constantly, and that's why I'm working on asking for help these days because I'm like, you're right. We have to be in community. We cannot take things on ourselves. We can't be
Yeah.
so individualized. That is a very white supremacist type thing. We have to be. So I'm letting you know that whenever you do, we here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to get accused of being a nationalist in these comments. So,
You
wow.
did lay it on real thick, sis.
My bad. My bad if it came across, but I just want to let you know, like, the community is here, and we
Yeah,
rooting for
you're
you,
right. You're
and
very
I'm
right.
gonna do whatever,
Yeah.
okay, to make
That
And we've
sure.
seen no shade, just tea. We've seen some projects not nearly on the par that this book is on get fully funded like real quick, real fast. So,
that's very true.
you know what I'm saying? And then
You have
actually, if you really think about it, it's not like asking people for money, it's like pre orders.
that
You're right.
part,
Yeah.
You're right. I'll take that.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
part.
so we're not gonna bug you too much more about it on the show because we realize we did just touch on it live.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
But it
yeah.
is just coming
After,
from a place of we
no,
love
this
what
is
you're
coming from
doing, we
love.
believe in this, and we don't see why not. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
it's very seems like a very clear path.
Yeah.
In the
yes.
interest of keeping it cute and changing the subject,
Okay.
another thing,
Oh,
another
I
thing
was.
that oh, go ahead, babe. Sorry, what were you
Oh
saying?
no, I was gonna ask about the relationship, so we can talk about what Shell is saying because
Yeah, I
I
just
wanted
wanted
to
to
talk.
do that real quick and then we'll get into that tea. Chell Simone said, let's see, after their bubblegum slasher comment question, they said, like, I feel like this is the time for this type of storytelling to thrive. We 100%
Mm,
agree. But then they
yes,
also backdoored and said, also wonder if what happened with the kids in Frisco at the track meet inspired this.
I'm Googling
I'm
that
not
right now. It
sure.
did not, but oh God.
Oh,
Wait, this is new. This is like hours ago. If this is the same one.
Oh
Definitely not.
gosh.
Do you guys already know this story?
I am not familiar
no.
with that story. Um,
Twin
okay.
brother, twin brothers, teen stabbed. Oh God, hold on. No,
Oh,
right now. Chelsea.
yeah, I
Okay, yeah.
can't.
We'll
I can't.
we'll touch on that at another
I'm
time.
not
I was
looking
thinking
at
that maybe it was
Yeah,
about like a previous thing, but yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Um.
okay. Last thing
Well,
Chell
I
said is they want the next issue so they can ask for their cameo. And that's
no
not
for
entirely
real.
wrong.
It's
That
not,
is
but that's
not
not where I
entirely
was
wrong.
coming at.
We are
I
on a
just
mission to
so
get
look, the thing about
Screenshot.
ourselves
this,
in as many
if we're
Screenshot.
gonna
comments as
put if we're gonna
possible.
put Keisha in, we need to choose what style because I know you like to keep it fresh, keep it cute. So you're gonna need to give us a photo that you want to be used.
We are happy
I'm
to provide
flying off.
reference
Write
photos.
it.
The reference
Notes.
photos
I'm
for these
flying off.
please.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I do want because we're gonna honor time, right? I do
yeah,
have a question about the relationship because we talked about the world building and all of that, but like at the end of it, this is a queer relationship with two girls. They were
yes.
friends, and now Ruth is like, you and me, we don't have the same, morals and values. And Brie, what's her name? I'm sorry, Bailey is like, yeah, that's cute, girl. You still like me, like she's like, you still want me, and I'm gonna
And low
make you
key, her
remember
friend
it.
said the same thing. Like, you might want to stop acting like XYZ if you really just,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like they're in the middle of like the craziest, most violent situation, and Bailey is like, "You want to do what to me?"
Yeah.
I'm like, like, what inspired this relationship between them? Because they have amazing chemistry,
Yeah.
and they match each other. They are evenly yoked in different ways, but like you can tell they match each other's crazy. Just,
I was gonna
like
say that sounds better than evenly yoked. They
Yeah.
match
you know
each
what I'm saying?
other
They
crazy.
match each other's crazy, and I appreciated that very much.
She's yoked to her Ed White. That's right. You know what people keep commenting a lot. So Alicia, we we brought Alicia out for a few months. Actually, she stayed with us out here. We did a little
Oh, that's
session,
awesome.
Nice.
and then my wife who has very skillfully deflected any comments about how similar she looks to Bailey. Her and Alicia got in conversation. Alicia was like, "You know what? I think it's based on you too." and we both look at each other. We're like, I don't know what.
I love that.
I find it so funny because like I'd never met Simone's wife before, I'd never seen her at all, and so when we were designing Bailey, Simone was just giving me pointers on what she imagined Bailey to look like, and she was
Like
giving
looking
me
at her across the room. Like,
but there was one thing that I remember is like she noted like Bailey's nose. She had considered maybe giving Bailey like a unique nose and everything, and so I think that's kind of like what I took to heart, because Neri kind of has the same nose, and I was just like putting pieces together, and I'm just like,
It's slander, Your Honor.
yeah. It's spitting image. That's Bailey is her, and Simone is Ray.
I would say it happened very, very subconsciously, and I will hold this into my grave because, like,
sure.
Wink, wink.
details were crafted, were curated over time, and so she started this one thing, and then I mean,
just subconscious vibe. That's what it was. Just
so was it like the comic is done a month or two later? You're looking at it and you're like, huh?
Yeah, we were probably like over halfway through by then, and then
it was actually the page right before the page that you showed. I think it was page 29. And one of my favorites from Alicia of the expression work from when Bailey is crawling out the back of the car. And Ray's like giving her attitude from behind her. She's like, she cuts one of them looks, and I'm like, yeah, that might be.
That's her.
That's cute though, because now you can just tell your wife, like, see, you're such a big part of me. I just was like, we're just gonna infuse what I already know this beautiful standard to be into the story.
Yes, to the point where the first signing event we did, someone opened the book and they were like, "Oh, it's you two. She signs too."
Oh,
And my wife was like, "Oh no, I didn't work on it." She goes, "No, you signed. Thank you."
period. Oh no, that's right.
She's a star.
I love that.
So you're telling me that when we ever do meet in public, you and your wife must sign this comic.
I'm just saying,
like,
she has
all of you must sign.
Yeah, we're gonna need everybody to sign it. And what I'm also hearing is that Alicia is really good at getting people's features
I just need
on the page.
You don't even know
that part.
When we get ready to see this Pink Riot cameo, I'm gonna be like,
send them over. Send it.
When you give her a reference, you got to think not only about your fashion and your hairstyle and what you're also gonna get that expression. Give her some real good expression work, because this girl, hooey,
period.
It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Period. Love it.
Man.
Okay, so I know you gave us the tea about like already working on the next one. What is the like estimated time frame? Like, you don't have to give us a hard date, but like,
yeah,
not that
art is art. We get it.
destroy.
Just
Oh,
press Alicia out. We can totally change the subject if we're not ready to answer that question also.
So I'll say this, especially for I see a familiar face in Melanin Minds is in the chat. People who are actual readers that are watching right now, Pride Month will be very interesting for you. That's all I'll say.
Excuse me?
Got nothing else for you.
I beg your finest fucking pardon?
I expected DM.
Right? If you're talking
Just-
about this Pride Month, we should have been got a DM. I'm like,
I'm just saying.
Pride Month is next week, so
It sure is, and it's terrifying.
yeah.
we're just gonna send you all of the good vibes.
Thank you.
yeah,
Appreciate
Okay.
it.
this is,
Yeah.
Received.
We
this
need
is
it.
wonderful.
We need it.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
stress it out. Y'all got it. Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
we're just gonna let that sit for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh, I can wait a few days. That's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. Did
That's
you
fine. That's
have any other burning questions? Because I want to make sure we're being respectful of their time.
One last question.
Okay, yeah.
If you were in this universe, what would you do?
Ooh.
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 Oh, no big deal. A light question.
Light question.
Burning the governor's house.
Hey. On the holiday, because who gonna check me?
Right. No rules.
Right.
I think that I would sleep through it. And that is, generations worth of exhaustion that is currently sitting on me.
I can
Get
respect
it.
that. I can respect
And I know that I just don't have what it takes to be out there fighting. I would step one way, my knee would go the other, and then it would be a wrap.
Right. Got it. I got it. Okay.
You're definitely not beating the main character comparison allegations, because that had me rolling. One of the lines was like, "Oh no, I'm not trying to be doing that, because my type of character would always die first." And then Bailey's like, "Technically, old buddy died first." I was like, "Oh shit." Oh well, that's it for me.
How about you, Bray? I'm asking everybody.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh man, see. All right.
So
So
we got a plan.
Listen, I'm like, don't tell me there's a purge scenario, because the danger is always going to be there. I feel like it really depends on what day you catch me on. Because a day like today, I'm with you, Simone. We at the house. Where's the safe house for this year? Because that's where I'm going to be at. Curled up with a book. Okay? Deep in prayer, because I don't need nobody to find me. Okay? However, if you catch me on one of these days where I'm like doing too much, and I probably wouldn't even decide till down to the day, I'm getting the squad together. It's going to be a like focused sniper / heist.
Oh, we're taking everybody out.
Because
Okay.
I'm like, listen, if we're gonna do it, I'm like, there's some folks that don't need to see tomorrow, so hopefully we can get things moving where they like.
I wish
Drums?
this was surprising, but you said similar about zombies. So
I mean, listen, I'm like, because here's the thing, like right now I can say I would be asleep because I'm comfy in my own home, I don't got to worry about the things. But let too many Susans threaten me on the soccer field, then your energy just moves a little different, and you're like, you know what?
She's not
If
wrong.
I get the squad together, we can get rid of these particular threats and pull off a dope enough heist where we have enough money to make moves until the dust clears.
I think you're gonna like Volume 2. Who said that?
Let's fucking go! Let's go! I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Okay, Keisha, you've avoided it long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me? Oh, same answer as zombies. I'm not built for outside like that. Like like I'm strong. I can handle a gun. I'm good with certain, but do I want to? Absolutely not.
Nope.
And so
I
just
call
by
bullshit because all that would have had to happen is for that Susan to have been on the field with
with your
Keisha's
son.
son, and this
Yup.
would
oh
be a
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah. I
story.
got lines. I got lines in the sand that will, I feel like everybody knows what lines they have in the sand, but as long
Mhm.
as like my little piece of land and my family is all right, I'm staying in the house. We
And
mess with
Braeburn said,
anything.
"Total BS."
We mess with my garden, we mess with my chickens, then we're gonna have problems. But outside of that, I just want to be left alone.
All it would
That's
take is
it.
for oh man, y'all. We were on the phone for one of our meetings one time, and Keisha was doing mom tings, and one of the community people was like, "Oh yeah, I know your garden. I know where you live." And we were like,
I'm sorry.
"Why would you say
Yeah,
that?" And Keisha had
yeah.
to be like, "Oh no, it's because of the now imagine this is New Texas."
Oh
Oh yeah,
And the
God.
yeah, yeah.
old
No, no,
girl
no, no, no,
said,
no.
"I know
Yeah,
where
no, 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 no,
you live."
no.
Yeah.
That's a
God.
problem. That's a
Yeah.
problem.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I mean, but that unfortunately that happens when you live in a rural space and you're like one of 10 black
It's
families. So
true.
it's like, oh yeah, we know who you are, and it's. I wish people understood how terrifying that is for
Yeah.
random people to say that to you. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know who the hell you are, but somehow you know who I am and where I live.
Yeah.
It's true. Even just in look, I'm not even in a rural space. I'm in
Yes,
LA.
Alicia.
I live in this building. In this building,
Basically.
one of three. There was an Instagram post outside our building with a black can one day, and the whole building was like, "Is that you, Simone?" No, but thank you.
Oh no.
No, but thank
See?
But thank you.
oh my gosh.
You're
Oh
too
my
comfortable. It's too comfortable. So yeah. I
Genuinely.
I'd have to have a line crossed in order for me to do anything. You know, I'm the one that nobody really wants to deal with me when I have a line crossed
Mm,
because then I really have nothing to lose.
I've
So
never
yeah,
I'll
had to
leave it at that.
experience it to that extent, but I've seen her playing spades and I can attest.
it's the way
Yeah.
I be playing
The way
spades.
I play spades is completely normal.
Which is why she really was like, "Yeah, I'll teach you." I seen the claws come out and was like, "I don't even need to play that bad. I don't need to learn."
It, you don't get it, Brie. You don't get it. There's something deep. There's something historical.
Oh no, I
that
do.
you
I do.
activate.
Which is why I'm like, it's above me now. It's too late to learn. The grace is gone. It's fine.
Oh God, that is
Wait, okay,
Get
so
it?
Alicia, what is your take on how you would be in that universe?
Oh, I was burning the governor's house.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Just,
Yeah.
like that's the main thing. Like, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's it. I don't need
Yeah.
to do nothing else. Just the
Taking
one
down
hit and
drones,
I'm back at the spot.
maybe.
Yeah.
Taking a couple drones with him.
yeah.
There
Oh
you
no,
go. Okay.
over the drone.
Yeah.
Alicia said,
You
I'm
were like the drones really got you in
you're
this.
right.
The drones almost
Yeah.
killed us, y'all. The drones almost killed us. But here we are, thriving.
Yeah, period. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, now that we all have our purge plans in place,
I love this.
thank you guys so much for coming through and showing love. We absolutely adore what you're doing. We can't wait to see what's happening next. Apparently, like next week,
Next
which
week
is crazy.
or next
Um,
month. This is
just
yeah.
know we will be screaming and celebrating you on Beyonce's internet to the fullest of our capabilities. We want you guys
Beyonce's.
now to give us your very best shameless plug. So, where can we find you? Where can we support you? Where can people spend their money? When people do decide to cop the book, where's the best place to do that so you get the most money? Like, shameless plug you, your projects, everything you have going on right now so people can support you.
Go, Alicia, go.
You can find me on Blue Sky, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram as Persnickety Doodles. I draw a lot of Avatar fan art. You won't miss it, especially
I love that
corresponding.
name.
Thank you. Thank you. Right now, besides Dead of Night, I'm working on my own personal comic. Simone knows about it. I've talked to her briefly about it. It's a western, sapphic
Ooh.
western. Yeah. I don't want to
Yes.
talk too much about it, but
Okay, okay.
it's still in development. But that's something to look forward to if you do follow. But yeah, I'm around the internet. Persnickety.
She's an elusive one. She said you got to bring me back for another episode to talk about that.
And Will.
Hey,
Say less.
well,
All that takes is a DM, babes. You're official Riot fam now. Say less.
Yes, you can find me through the Bold Strokes channels. I do
Bold
not have any personal socials that I actually look at, so it's Bold Strokes LA. Unless you're on Instagram where it's boldstrokes.la. And yeah, for buying the book, the book is available on Kindle, on Gumroad, TikTok Shop, Shopify. You can find it on all of the socials. There is a link that'll take you to where you can get it, and you'll also be able to if you've fallen on hard times, be able to access it for free anywhere you get your comics. Comic Fury, Global Comics. Same with Gumroad. Gumroad I love because you get to choose if you want to pay and how much you want to pay if you want to choose. So yeah, available in all shapes and forms, and you might want to get it this week because there's going to be a special edition. So yeah.
Oh, that's all you had to say, babes. That's all you had to say.
Those who follow already know I love to do myself a special edition.
yeah, this is gonna be wonderful. Um, I'm so excited that the two of you came on. Like I said, this was one of my favorite comics. Y'all did a fantastic job, and I am expecting a DM or something. Just I really am. I don't think I can wait until next week. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to DM you or something.
I think you might have to do that.
Okay.
Thank you both for having us and for doing what you guys are doing for the community and just bringing visibility to projects that would otherwise not have it and blur type shit. We love to see it. So
Period.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you guys so much for coming through. We really appreciate y'all. Like I said, y'all are now officially Riot fam, so you're welcome to come through anytime, whatever you got going on. Even if you just want to come through and kiki, like we're here for it.
I'm gonna make you regret
Absolutely.
that.
I guarantee
That's
you
fine.
won't.
You won't.
All right, y'all. Later, everybody.
Bye.
One more time for Simone and
All right.
Alicia. Oh man,
Yeah.
yo, that was absolutely fantastic.
Right? I love their energy.
Yes.
And I love when we're able to like seriously fangirl about a story that we thoroughly enjoyed, and it seems
Mhm.
like the creators, maybe it's their first time getting it firsthand from readers. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
like I don't know, it was mentioned like, oh, you're catching the things, and it's like that was a very valid, excellent point about like media literacy and being
Yeah.
intentional when you're reading, because it's like that seemed like an obvious thing to catch, but it's, I guess maybe it's not.
I mean,
So
there was a lot. Like, we didn't even touch on everything that happens
yeah,
in this comic, and so
yeah,
like, yeah, to see that and to know that there was such intention putting
yeah,
this comic together. You,
yeah,
you know what? Can I say just how like I know I made a big deal about like the Kickstarter thing, but just like how fantastic it is that she's made the comic so accessible,
yeah.
to everyone. So like, that's such a badass, like rebellious, like
It's such
activist,
a low
like
key flex to just,
it's such a
you know,
revolutionary thing to be
yeah,
like, nah, I got this. And, like we're going to make sure everybody in the community has this so they can pick up on this lesson, have fun, and then
yeah,
talk about this. Like, that is brilliant, and I love it. And I hope that even if they do a Kickstarter, I hope that they keep that same, that same model, because it
And
seems
low
it's
key, I think keeping that same model and being clear about that amid the Kickstarter will make more people want to support them low key, because like how many times have we had, I mean, granted, it's an important conversation to have, but how many times have we had the conversation about like having to explain why indie comics cost so much and what goes into
Mhm.
it and all that or whatever? Our good sis Simone really said, like, you know what? Fuck all that. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm trying to make some shit shake. And I got some savings. So we about to
Wow.
do what we do, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody on my squad eats, and we just gonna keep it pushing. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit y'all talking about. Like,
So good.
it's a whole nother level of a different type of flex, and it speaks worlds to her integrity
Yes.
and to her
A
vision
thousand
for where
percent.
the story is going. Because can you imagine believing in your story that much to where you're just like, it's cool,
I'm gonna
like,
put
pay
everything
what
on
you
it.
can if you can. I just really want more people to read my shit. Like,
But
I
it's smart
aspire to that
though.
level of flex, like confidence in a flex. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
It's smart though. It's brilliant. Like I said,
Yeah.
not just on a business level, but like I can only imagine the number of people who are like reading comics for the first time, or like, um I don't know, it's just their first time in this space, in this medium, and they pick this comic up and they're like, "Yo, this is what got me into comics. This is what
Yeah.
got me thinking about the world. This is what got me, on a different mindset." And I, I think it's been a minute since I've gushed this hard about a comic, but like I'm happy that you loved it. For real, for real. We ain't talking about it. Oh
Yeah.
snap. Okay. No, no, no. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, like I wasn't you send me a lot of stuff, okay? And I love you for it because it keeps my nose wide open about a lot of things that I would otherwise not maybe not pick up on in my little hidey hole. Cause I like my hidey hole. It's cute in here. It's pink and fluffy and fuzzy in here.
Oh my
But
goodness.
a lot of times you'll share stuff with me and I'll be like, it could go any type of way, because we like, while we agree
We have
about a
different
lot of
tastes.
stuff, we enjoy different things. And
Mhm.
so to see you gush about something and be like, hey, you got to pick this up, da, 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 I'm just like, okay, girl, like I'm intrigued because I feel like a lot
Yeah.
about what I like. So there's
Mhm.
some shit that you're just not going to pitch to me. I already know this.
Yeah.
For the most part, you'll give me the benefit of the doubt to try some shit. But there's some things where I just know that you're probably like, yeah, I may talk to her about it on the side, but she not finna pick this up. And I can
At
respect
all.
that because we know each other well enough. You know what I mean? So when I got it out, when you mentioned it and how you found it on TikTok and whatever, da, 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 I was just like, oh, okay, that's cute, whatever. And then it was like, okay, and here, yeah, it's here, so you can read the first bit for free, whatever. Da, 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 da. I was like, oh, she's serious. She really wants me to read this. So I was just like, okay. And then to like get into it and like, I want to apologize because I feel like I did step on some of your questions when we first were in the interview, but it was because I felt like it was really that important to like set the scene of the buildup into it for people who haven't
Mhm.
experienced it, because once you like get to that point, you're just like, oh shit, say less. They could literally throw anything in front of me and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly how I read.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how I read. I was with the shits in the entire comic.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we ain't even talk about the little kid who got a knife to their throat and stuff like that. Like, there's so much that happens. I'm just like, I let
Girl.
everything rock.
We gave y'all like, if we did lay out, I did lay out a lot and we did share the panels and whatever, but that was literally just the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
Like, when I say it keeps doing this, like building on its own momentum to push it forward, that's what it feels like. When you're on a roller coaster and you get to the point where it's like this before it like does the drop. That's what I gave. That's the bit of the comic that I gave y'all in my little outlay. And then from there, it's just like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? So
It was a
yeah,
magnificent comic.
just really well done. And we didn't
Yeah,
even talk about how fun the art style is either. Like I love when we get like a contrast where it's very serious topics. Like they said, the hope and the humor is like interlaced in it, so it doesn't feel like dark and brooding hard edge. There's enough threat there though that you feel it. But then the
for
art
sure.
style like lends itself as like an additional layer of personality and kind of softening, and like even in the page that you shared, the like contrast of them having this conversation in the dark because it's nighttime, and then when old buddy gets shot in the neck, that whole little panel is like bright as hell. And
Yeah,
it's like, not y'all bust out all this bright beautiful ass color for buddy to get shot in the fucking neck. That's crazy, but it's
so
masterful
good.
because you're looking at it like the what is it, the mood in that particular scene. Like if you have been watching it in a movie
Hmm.
and it had
Yeah,
that color, that color
it would have
contrast,
been,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah,
same.
it hits different. It definitely hits different. So yeah,
So
I don't know, I'm kind of getting won over in this like cinematic approach to comics because we haven't seen
yeah,
one that has been a miss. Like we're
you're
finding out
right.
after the fact that this is how they're approaching it, and it makes a world of a difference.
It
It really
does.
does.
Oh man, but like hopefully next month we're gonna get something new. I'm definitely DMing them because
Like I love that you were
I
like,
will.
I feel like I'm like, yes, Keisha, talk your shit.
I
Period. But
just, yeah,
actually though,
yeah.
like you could you see how confuzzled I was when she was like, oh yeah, Pride Month. I'm like, what's the meme of
Next
the
week.
lady with the numbers and digits and shit running? I'm
Yeah,
like, hold on. What you mean? And we just stressed poor Alicia out with that. She was
we
just like, yep,
did.
yes, it is next week. Yep. I was like, period. Say less. I don't know. I love it. They
Yeah,
like,
this is
I
gonna
know
be
when
exciting.
we catch a vibe, we're literally like, yeah, you guys can come back anytime. I'm literally like, nah, they need to pull up.
Yeah, we
Simone was
gotta
like,
do another
oh,
show
you're
where
gonna
we talk
regret that I
about
told
what's
you that.
coming
I
up.
was like, bet you I won't. Bet you I won't regret that. Not even a little bit.
Not at all. We gotta have a show where we talk about the next volume. Like
Oh, 100%.
definitely.
Like that was a very
Yeah.
obvious like, okay, cool. So, yeah, we're going to just get our read on and then immediately have them back to review style chat about that, and then figure out when we're going to just get the Kickstarter popping, because obviously we want them to be able to keep the same energy, like pushing the story
Absolutely.
forward. Yeah, cuz wow. Good. Yeah,
Man,
I know. I've been excited about this all day, mostly because I was like looking forward to seeing you just fully fangirl at this chat. And like, I love it when it ends up just being a blast just because of the exchange of energy being like fully even. You know what I mean? Like,
they are great. They're
right.
really good people. And like
And
I said, I'm loving the way they are moving. Yeah, I'm waiting for next week, next month, patiently,
100%.
impatiently. I won't even lie. But
100%.
we have some other things we need to talk about.
We
There's
do
so much happening
so
in
much.
comics right now. It's really hard to figure out where we should start our conversations because there's so much happening. Which one do we want to start first? Because I know we have uh Dark Horse is closing their physical stores.
Oh my
They
gosh.
also
Yeah, I guess we can
unionized.
start there. Y'all, so shout out to Brayburn for like bringing this up in one of our Pink Right meetings. It's a very important thing to talk about. I went and read a little bit more about the situation afterwards, and it's wild because they were like fifth out of all of the other like comic publishing imprints.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be like deciding we're going to just close all of our in-person stores. So all of their like regular stores are going to be closing like ASAP, like this summer
Yeah.
closing. And then they're like the biggest store, the one that's in LA, is going to be closing in September. And the fact that their reasoning for it is what's the most concerning, I think, because apparently part of them was like bought out in terms of production and whatever, and they're trying to
Oh.
go in a new direction to fit with that buyout. And basically it's just like, okay, we're trying to match this audience and this output. And it's like, so how does that equate to getting rid of all of your standalone stores? Because like the majority of the articles that I read were talking about how upset people are because these stores are like pillars in the comic book community and like good big tourist spots and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
So
kind of like
for
you're
people,
saying it's
just so
kind of,
they know,
yeah,
the
yeah, sorry,
store
go ahead.
is Things from Another World.
Yeah.
So like that's the comic book shop that we're talking about. Things from Another World is closing. Like they
Yeah,
already
and they
closed
they
their.
already closed their online shopping options
Mm-hmm.
this time last year. So
Yeah.
the fact that it's like, okay, if we're talking about new ownership slash collaboration being the cause for it, and seems like it's a steady transition. It's like, what does your end game look like exactly? Because you've closed your online stores and
Mm-hmm.
now you're closing your in-person stores. So what do you foresee it actually looking like?
You know what it is.
Like,
I'm sorry, like it's all just, there was a decision made that was strictly based in capitalism and not actually caring about readers and, the folks that call their comic book shops home.
right.
Um, it's really disappointing to see this from Dark Horse.
Yeah.
I will say though, um, what I do find interesting is that just a day ago, Dark Horse employees, they now have a union,
Yeah.
which
That came up real quick. They niggas organized real quick. Like,
like that's what I'm excited about for real. Hold on.
but it's like,
So, oh yeah,
is it day late dollar short situation though?
it is because, like, according to Publishers Weekly, it was a super majority of staff at the comic publisher, Dark Horse Media, and at the retailing shops of Things from Another World. They announced their intent to unionize. So, like, I'm interested in seeing what will happen with
Yeah.
those who are at the store. Like,
Yeah, I wonder if
how
it'll
does
make
that
a difference,
impact?
at least for
Yeah.
like some of them, or maybe it wouldn't be as in like as robust of out
Hmm.
outlay or outrolling or rollout, whatever, however you want to say that.
But I
Maybe
think
you
it's,
could scale it back a little bit so that way some of it still exists. But to just be like,
yeah.
yeah, we're getting rid of our online stores, it's like you would think it would be the other way around. Like they would stop with the physical store
Yeah, and
and
keep
still be
the
selling things
online.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah. But to
that
get
didn't
rid of
make
the
sense at
online
all.
shop first, it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
don't plan on doing any of this.
Yeah, it very much felt like they bought it, stripped it, sold it for parts. That's exactly what it feels like. But like I'm hoping that the union, because this is my first time ever reading, not saying that it does not exist, but this is my first time um learning about a union and how it relates to like the comic book industry. And so I'm interested in seeing like how this protects staff, how it protects, if it protects creators, or if because they're considered freelance employees, like what does that look like? for creators and staff in the industry, and how will that impact the industry as a whole? Because
Yeah.
we do need more. Okay, thank you, Regine. That is awesome. IDW has a union. So like now I'm interested in that because I want to see how folks are protected, if at all, in the industry.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. I just got sad
Regine
real
said,
quick.
no, the union doesn't protect creators. And that's what Keisha's saying is disappointing because I feel like they need the most protection from a lot of these things that are happening,
Right.
especially for the reasons we mentioned earlier about not getting paid in a timely fashion and that sort of thing. That's the fact that they are typically individually contracted is for freelancers, as was mentioned. Oh, I see. Yeah, Regine said it's illegal for freelancers to unionize.
It
But if
shouldn't
they're
be the
not
case, but
freelancers, then they would be limited to only work with certain imprints and whatever. And as we've seen, it's hard to like grind it out and get paid off of just, one imprint if you're working like that. So,
this is true. Not everybody got a Disney check where they put you in every single movie and all that
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, that's
that's crazy.
unfortunate.
It is.
Um,
It really
because at
is.
the end of the day, like these comics aren't created, unless creators are creating them. And we do need to make sure that regardless of what we're doing, creators, editors, anyone that is working, on the teams to put these comics out are protected, and that they're living livable wages and all of that stuff. I think not enough people give a damn about the creator and how how they actually make art.
Yeah. What's wild is like thinking about this from different sides cuz like having been on the side like we're actively advocating for these people and for these
Mhm,
stories. So it feels very commonplace for us to like think of it through this lens, but the
mhm.
average like consumer is not thinking of it bigger picture. They're like if that was their LCS or whatever, then it's like, oh man, I'll have to change that up. Or if it's further away from that, it's like, oh man, I had planned to visit there when I go for some random traveling reason or whatever. But the thought of like what that potentially means if they're one of the like number 5 on a list of the big names is
Mhm.
like nothing to sneeze at. And if
It's
they're
not.
feeling if they're
That's still
feeling the
massive.
pressure, right, if they're feeling the pressure to downsize and the downsizing is for potential streams of income, it's like what actually is the plan moving forward? You know what I mean? So it's like it's scary for a number of reasons
Mhm.
because there's just it seems like one thing after another, you know, telling the industry and the industry confirming that this medium that we love isn't important enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I I don't know, like I do agree that actually I wholeheartedly agree that we have to change how people, you know, read, interact with art. Because people are choosing to turn everything off. Like they're choosing to escape. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while where like I genuinely hate when people talk about I read to escape, which, it's fine, right? We all do it. We all turn the brain off and just vibe out and that's cool sometimes cuz we all need that moment. But
Yeah.
like for it to happen at the rates that it's happening consistently, how nobody's thinking critically about anything, it is stressful, concerning, frustrating to see people read these amazing stories or read these stories, even if they're by uh, they're white authored stories. They'll read them, they'll see something about like anti-fascism, they'll see something about good versus evil, they'll see the oppressive systems and they'll be like, yo, this is fire, and then never
Draw
connect
the
it back.
connection. Yeah.
Never.
That
And
was ugh. Sorry, go ahead, babe.
it's just so frustrating to see readers do that and to see like entire fan bases do that. And then a lot
Prime
of
example
these.
of this was like Andor. The way that
Yes.
it chapped my entire ass that people were this whole fandom is screaming Andor's praises and talking about how crazy this was, this, that, whatever, and it's like, do you not see that
Yeah.
and they weren't even trying to like keep it cute and ambiguous. It
No.
was very much on the nose. And the connections were still not being drawn. And it's like,
Yeah.
and it's not even like it's a comparison to something that happened a long time ago. There was like active things happening in the news, not like to our country.
Hmm.
That it's like, how are you like the
Or
cognitive
like with the
dissonance?
boys
Yeah.
and
Oh
how
my
the boy,
gosh.
like people were like in love with Homelander, and I'm like,
Do you not
how the fuck?
realize your boy is a villain?
Right. Like, how do we not realize that this man has something like
Deeply wrong
he
with
deeply wrong? Like, all of them, all of those superheroes had something deeply wrong with them. They are not, I'm not gonna say good people. They are true villains. And how are we not realizing? And the fact that the people, the apparently the writers room from that guy, they definitely like switched things up like during the show to like draw the point closer to like the MAGA, thing and all
it's
of that,
like
and people
in the
still.
show, even if you can't separate anything else in the show, it's like there is a whole like plot of him just screwing a Nazi, an actual Nazi, and it still didn't make it plain to people. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
See, and
This
this
is
is
why they're
why.
talking about, the next generations are cooked because they don't
It's
read
not even the
because
next generation, because we know people our age. We've seen
yeah,
people our age, older, that have this mindset too, that have no problem turning the brain off, or think themselves too old to learn anything new or
yeah,
anything like that. I really want people to do better, and not do better, but like make small changes so that
yeah.
we can all collectively be
The do
better.
better is right though, because that what's the saying? If you knew better, you do better. Like, but if you're not reading and you're not keeping abreast of what's going on, it's easy to not know better. You
It's
know what I
true.
mean? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's wild. That's why we're just gonna keep fighting the good fight, guys,
Yes. We're
and
gonna
keep
keep putting these dope
yeah,
stories in front of you
yes,
and
yes,
ask
and
you to think critically
think critically
about.
and have these type of conversations like what we have with other people in your life. Like, you know what I mean? Because e- I remember when I first got back into reading, and I kind of like I've always been an avid reader. That's never gone away. But it
Mhm.
was very much like this is my thing that I do for me. I had a handful of people, like shout out to my cousin Monica. She was my book bestie before I knew what a book bestie was. And we would have these conversations, but we were little, so it was like whatever. Then you get older and it's like, oh, it's probably not really the cool thing that I'm always in a book.
Mhm.
You get known for being that. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, she does that. She's cool, but she keeps that over there. You know what I mean? So then, but
Sure.
then when you like slowly get people into the things that you're into, then it's like winning them over to slowly but surely get normalize the idea and then normalize it being introduced. This is why I'm like one of those annoying people who will gift you a book whether you're a reader for real or not. You know what I mean? Like cuz it's like, "Oh yeah, all you need is that like gateway series." And if I know enough
Yeah.
about you, I can usually like pinpoint something. And that's like half the battle of like getting somebody who can like make it real for you or make it interesting for you to introduce you to something. And then you hope that it'll
Agreed.
spiral or whatever. But it wasn't until I started doing all of this like bookstagram, book club, all that type of stuff where it was like, no, it's kind of really important that we make some noise about this right now because there's no reason that me reading my silly little books should make somebody that upset. And then you get down to the root of it and it's like, oh, there's an actual issue here for you. There is an actual barrier there for you. It was actually like you were actually introduced to this in a way that you're now averse to the idea. So it's like there's a lot to like go against on top of the fact that people are like, "Oh, it's not cool or it's not this or it's not that," or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, absolutely.
and then the
It's
whole piece about like turning your brain off and whatever. Even when I call myself turning my brain off to enjoy a book, I'm still like it's too far ingrained in me to not be like, "I know you fucking lying." You know what I mean? Like
like you still asking the questions, right?
right,
But
they're ingrained because I forget the saying. I'm gonna butcher it, but basically the gist of it is that like reading builds empathy. Like the
yes.
more widely you read, it builds more empathy. I wish I remembered because it's very eloquently said,
You
but
know what? That's my issue with so many of the same, of the big 2 or whatever, like the mainstream comics, how they'll have like 50 million different runs happening at the same time of the same character. I think
mm,
that's what it is. It's because you're not getting anything new.
yeah.
Like, you may get, like, the tiniest change of the universe or an additional
Every
character, but
once
for
in a
the
while,
most
when they have a person of color write Batman, and it's like, oh,
right.
that I don't even know why I like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, "Oh, they added Signal, like, this is cool." But,
Right.
like but, like, it they really there is no there is no change. There is
Yeah.
no, like, being forced to sit in a brand new space with different people, with different culture,
Yeah.
and figure out if you're uncomfortable, why you're uncomfortable, figuring out, how does this relate to you and, like, how you navigate the world? How does it, change how you navigate the world? How do you treat people after this? Um,
Mhm.
I once again, just I want more people to it's fine if you vibe. I do it all the time. I got some dumb stuff that I watch.
Yeah.
that Bree and Braver, like, they look at me like I'm not watching that shit. I do it all the time also, so
Mhm.
I'm not trying to say this from, like, being on a high horse, but, like,
Yeah.
I want people
Everything
to
has its
one
space and its time.
right, right, if you turning your brain off, be honest about that, but, like, try to limit
Everything
it.
in
These
moderation
days
too, like, yeah.
right, especially in 2026, we're losing too many rights
Oh
to
my
still be
god.
in Wonderland. We're
Yeah.
losing too many rights. So, that's me getting off of my soapbox.
It's alright, babes. Alright. It's really important. I was looking at this video that was making the rounds about like this guy asking people to read and seeing people like struggling reading
I
things out
saw
loud.
that.
That, yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm just like, these are grown adults. It's not even like they were asking kids. And so I'm seeing all of these videos coming up about, No Child Left Behind and whatever. And they're like, these people they were scooped up when they should have been left behind because the opportunity to grow and learn and be better was missed.
It
So,
was.
yeah.
I mean, it really is. People don't quite understand. I guess we're recognizing it now, right?
Yeah.
Like when I remember I
It's
was
going the
teaching,
wrong way.
it is like
Because
when I
did you see that
was
they've like lowered the averages,
of what?
like the percentage that it takes to get a passing grade and stuff like that?
I mean, to be fair, like America never, I mean, it probably did at some point, but like we, when it comes to literacy in this country, I always think of like the history of comics in the first place and why we have them. It's because a lot of people could not read. There was a large population of people who were illiterate. Um, to know that most people these days are like thinking about when I was a teacher, um, I was teaching 10th graders my last year, and a good amount of them were somewhere between the 3rd and 5th grade reading level, right? And that was typical for where I was, like, in the neighborhood that I was in. Like, we've been having these problems for a really long time,
Yeah.
and where not enough people know what to do with that. You know, we don't know how to fix that problem. We also don't have the funding a lot of time to fix that
Yeah.
problem. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it's on the teachers because shit, I remember being given like $200 and being like, make it work for the year. And I'm like, so it actually takes like an extra 3 to 4 grand to run my classroom in an effective, impactful way. And you're only giving me like this few $100. So I'll never necessarily say it's like blanket statement. It's educators. It's we live in a system that intentionally underfunds education to
Yeah.
have the problem we're currently having.
Yeah.
Like when people say the system is broken, like no, it's not.
It's
It's
working
doing
exactly as it was designed to work.
right. And so like now we have to do better. We have to take it upon ourselves to learn. Like I always tell my kids, I'm like, the public education system in America was never built to teach you everything. It was built to teach you how to, you know, work in the industrial setting. It was built to teach you how to be complicit. It was built to teach you how to assimilate into American culture. And that is it. It is on us to learn everything else until we can like change everything. So, yes. Um what, Bam? I'm not even going to read that. That's
Oh yeah, you seen it.
like I can be a little tinfoil hat, but that's I got to learn how we got there, bud. But yeah, like we say all that to say we got to read and we have to read critically. And we
Yeah.
have to be intentional with what we read and what we support. And I'm always bringing back to this comic. Dead of Night is something everybody needs to be supporting.
Yeah.
So, all right, we have a few more minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to the comic book shop?
I
Like, I
sure
know we
did.
haven't done a full list, period. I was like, we haven't done this in a while.
Right. It's
But
been a minute.
like, yeah, let's bring it
The
up.
pool is with hot havoc and the variant vixen.
I promise you, that's like the best segment sound of all time.
Literally. Yeah. And y'all
And I'm
can't
mad
even
that
see
nothing
it.
else matches.
You guys literally can't even see me doing this to the whole shit every
Every
time, like
time.
without fail. But yeah,
All right.
today I did get to go to my comic shop. Dang, we really haven't done this for a hot
We
minute because I
haven't.
like,
So I'm gonna say like maybe like we said, top 5 that you
yeah,
got.
yeah. I'm not gonna go
Okay.
through everything. That's crazy. But I do have to show y'all my new Storm Pop. Look at
Cute.
her. It's the Storm from X-Men 97,
Mm-hmm.
season 2. Like,
Nice, nice.
like, she's so cute. I love it. And I already showed Keisha this because this was in my post from last week. But y'all know my local comic shop is Cape and Cal Comics, and
The
they have like
Eisner.
the Eisner Award winning, multiple Eisner Award winning Cape and Cal Comics. Ask about the fam. No, I'm never gonna let it die, guys, because they really do hold it down. But they have a little bit of everything in their store, and they recently like redid one of their counter spaces or whatever, and it was all of the D&D dice
Yeah.
sets. And I seen this and was like, "Ooh, a wizard! I want to be a wizard." But then I looked at it and I was like, "Hey, yo, the dice are pink and sparkly. I don't
Very
know
cute.
if you can see, but I was like,
Oh, I didn't notice that they're clear a little bit on the inside and
yes,
glittery. I didn't notice that. I thought they were solid pink.
nah,
And
they've
it
got like little
moves.
blobs of pink in
Nice.
there, and the
How did I
rest of it
not
is
realize
clear but
that?
sparkly because it's hard to see. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I have to get them. And it was funny because the owner of the comic shop, Aton, was like, "Oh, I was just about to get those for myself because I have da da da." I was like, "Aton, but they're pink and sparkly. And we're gonna be playing it." He was like, "Gonna be," but I'm like, "Actually playing." And I was like,
Mm.
"Gather me right the fuck up, okay?" But I had to get them because I was like, Wizard, the brand Brayburn talked about me because they're like, "Yeah,
You
you
don't
only
need the
need,
wizard
you don't
ones.
really need that. They're just trying to get you to buy." I was like, "Well, that marketing worked, baby, because I bought it." So I'm excited about my pink and sparkly dice, so we can get our one shots, blurty batty one shots popping off. Very
Yes,
excited.
yes.
And I was like talking him up because I really want them to do. I've shown y'all the pink lemonade boxes that they do, and they
Mm-hmm.
stopped selling them because they ran out and they don't even know if they're going to redo them, and it hurt my heart because I have an odd number of them now. So I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But they now have these cute totes, and it's
Oh,
like
that's
really
cute.
sturdy. So I was like, yeah, give me that instead of this plastic bag, and I'm gonna try to remember to bring it back because it's like a really
It is
good,
so hard to remember a tote bag. You kind
right?
of gotta have it like rolled up in another bag.
Literally, I have so many Cape and Cow bags full of Cape and Cow bags, like, and always forget to bring them. So yeah, I got the bag. I got what else?
Mm.
Oh, okay. And because we were talking about doing our review episode for the Power Fantasy, I copped the
Oh,
volumes so that way
nice.
I can read them all
Beautiful.
and be on point for when we have that discussion. And then I got Buza.
Oh, what's that?
It's by Shazleen Khan, and I just thought it looked really cool. It's from Abrams
Yeah,
Fanfare, and I feel like this is a Palestinian author or something like that because when I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, say less. But it
I
looks
gotta
really
check that
cool,
out.
and I'm excited
Yeah, the cover
because
is really, really
it's
cute.
chunky and
And
it's like, um, yeah, it's like 360 pages, and yeah, I love it. There's like character breakdowns
mhm.
for the different characters, and it says their pronouns, their ethnicity, and their Russell. So I'm guessing that will be explained to me later, but like they looked really cool.
Okay, and what's this one called? Because I gotta check out
Called
that one.
Buza.
Buuza. All right, I got it.
Okay, and then I got a couple variants of of Zatanna. This one is like a Jimi Hendrix reference cover.
Yeah.
And
That
this
first
is
issue, I know we haven't talked about it, but that first issue of Zatanna was really good. Jamal Campbell has been doing his thing, especially with the last run.
that's the Jamal Campbell cover. And then this cover was too pink to not get.
That
I
is
know
cute.
I know I have a problem, guys. And then I got a couple variants of Psylocke Ninja issue 5. Y'all
Nice,
will
nice.
hear me screaming about that when we do our next first 3 then see. We've had to keep pushing the shit back. And then In Your Skin issue 2.
That looks
And
horrifying, but good.
right? And Generation X-23 issue 4.
Nice.
Um those are the faves out of what I got this week. And yeah, I think that's we said just top 5, so I don't want to
Yeah.
go. Yeah, we're tight on time. Got some other cool ones. Okay, just really quick. I also got Olive Lost in Inner Space.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, and it's seeming like
It's
it's a like space story, but it's also a colorism story and has some other cool stuff going on. And then woo, I love the style of this by Candace Perwin, The Book of Murmurs.
oh, that's cool.
Right?
That's really cool.
And it says, not all stories are spells, but all spells are stories. And I just really love the art style on this one. So yeah.
That
That
is, yeah.
yeah, lots of cool stuff. Trying to keep it down to a few is very difficult because you got like 3 weeks worth of stuff and there was cool stuff in all of the weeks. But yeah, that just
That's
lets
fair.
me know that you guys we're doing trying to do better about how we schedule like guests and everything so that we have more episodes where we're able to talk to you about what we're reading and share the stuff that we've added to our pools. Okay, so what are your like
Yeah.
top picks from your recent pools?
Oh, I won't even hold you. I've been reading way more than buying comics lately.
Okay,
So, like,
period.
yeah, I'm actually like, I have this shelf right here where I've been like getting comics and I put them up here and I'm like, if they're here, I have to read them in the next 2 weeks
Mm,
or, they forever get packed away. So, like, I've been really good about reading everything I've been getting so far. I've also gotten a lot less these days.
mhm.
Um, so like I recently bought the Banks, the Roxanne Gay comic,
Oh, nice.
and loved it. I had an issue with the art that I brought up on Threads, where like the art is cool, but like if you flip through and you notice that like all the black people in there have like the same skin tone. There is no variation at all with nobody. Everybody look the same. They just look like they got different wigs on. Um, and so like that's my only, only critique of that comic
Mhm.
because the actual story is wonderful.
Nice.
Actual story is absolutely wonderful. Um, love the family dynamic, just how it normalized different types of love and how family ain't always perfect, but like you could come together in a pinch and all of that. And at the end of the day, it's about a family that does heists. So like they're running a heist on this white guy and it's wonderful. Um so like genuinely love that. That was my only critique. What else have I've been reading
I
quite a
feel
bit.
like we need to do a episode where we just go like book for book, because we're both reading a lot of stuff, but not the same stuff. So it might
Yeah.
be cool to just have a whole episode where it's like, all right, in 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna give you the rundown of this thing that I read and high
That would
points,
be cool.
whether I recommend it or not. So
We can
brief
do
pitch,
that.
things you liked about it, and whether you recommend it.
Mhm.
And then each of us be able to do that for like 5 or 6 stories that we've read
Mhm.
recently.
Yeah, yeah. I can definitely dig that.
Yeah, because we
I
haven't done
had a bunch of I had a other stack, but Malik took it. I thought I wasn't gonna need it, but I'm like, no,
Mhm,
we haven't really done this in a few weeks. But I think on one of our reels, I did show that I had got Exceptional X-Men by e-viewing because
mhm,
I'm really digging this X-Men United run. I'm really loving it. And so I got Exceptional X-Men.
mhm.
I'm excited to read that this weekend.
Sure.
For what I did get this week, I got Satana. Because, like I
Nice.
said, Jamal Campbell is doing an amazing job. I already liked the other run that he did with the lady in white and all of that stuff. I really liked that run. So, like
Mhm.
coming into this one, I think this one is even cooler.
It makes
Like
me wonder
we get
why they
to
separated it instead of just keeping it as all
as
one
an
run.
ongoing.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
he's gonna keep doing
hmm
it.
Many
Question
many
mark
questions.
after. Yeah.
Many questions. But
Yeah. I feel like
yeah,
we need to
yeah.
have a whole show talking about that because Storm, the same issue happened with Storm as well.
Yeah. It's really frustrating.
Mhm.
But like, what else? Oh, I'm over here messing with the bug. I also got DC Pride.
Yeah.
Um, with the hard ones, I always collect the DC Pride. Or any of the I got this yesterday, so yeah, I get any of the mainstream Black History and Pride months because those are the months I celebrate.
Period.
So I'm
I guess
interested
the
in
one
what
with Galaxy, because is that the new one? Is that new or
I
is that
remember
just behind?
Galaxy from last year,
So
if
there,
I'm
I have
remembering
on my
correctly.
pre-order pulls the Pride like limited run that they're doing, and
Mm,
so yeah, we'll definitely highlight all of the Pride things, um, obviously around that time. But yeah, so what
mhm.
is that the hardcover bind up of last year's?
I think so.
Okay,
Uh, I think so. I haven't opened it yet. But yeah,
okay.
I got this. Like I said, I typically get the Pride Months ones. And I think that is everything I bought for this week. I've been going on quite a little binge lately, buying other comics and like comic related nonfiction stuff. So
Mhm.
waiting for all of that stuff to come in. Hopefully it'll be here next week. Hope we can talk about it.
Oh, you know what else is coming next week in next week's polls? Finally, Saga Book 4.
The hardcovers.
Hmm.
See, I still have my trade paperbacks. I'm not ready to get the hardcovers until the entire series is completed.
Well, you have to understand when I started, all 3 of the hardcovers were already out, and that just made the most
hmm
economical sense for me and my library
Yes,
to get
a
them.
thousand percent.
Yeah, so, like, it's been the other way around for me where I'm like, "Ooh, I wanna know, but I'm also like, I'm not about to buy this thing 2 and 3 times." So,
Same. It's like
I'm
how I am
very
with
excited.
Monstrous.
So right. Now, Monstrous is different. I'd be buying those volumes and then we just upgrade to the hardcover. But I'm not like that with Saga.
Fair,
Mostly
fair. Yeah.
because the trade paperbacks go to my friend.
Oh,
That's the
that's
only way
nice.
that's literally the only comic she reads. And it's because
That's
I'm
so
like,
great.
okay, I guess I can part with my trade paperbacks because I got the hardcover now. But that's the only way. She was like, "Ugh, when is it coming out?" And I'm like, girl, you know you could buy this for yourself.
No,
So
you're the plug.
Apparently,
Good
but I'm
plug.
cool with being the plug because that's literally the only comics that she'll read. But I'm not like that with Saga, so I'm very excited to get book 4. And y'all just be prepared to be sick of me. Maybe we should do like a Saga recap episode or something.
Oh, it's been a minute. You know what's funny? I know that since they came back from hiatus,
Mm-hmm.
volumes like 10 and 11 have come out.
Yeah.
I have them, have not read them. There's
Oh,
something
so
about
it's a
just
treat. We
how,
should be reading it together.
yeah, I would have to reread maybe volume 8 and 9 just to like refresh myself, you know?
That's
But
even
like,
more fun if we're gonna get into some reread shenanigans. Mine as well, because Saga is a good rollicking good time.
it is. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm just, I don't know. I'm not ready to be devastated just yet. Because that comic does this, it has a wonderful setup. Just like how they formulate each issue and then just like how they intentionally like take the knife, plunge it in and twist. And they're like, I know that feels good.
They're
Like,
just like, give it to me.
right. Like I just that's a lot to like wrap my head around right now. So maybe the summer, maybe after like all the traveling and stuff in July.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. Yeah. Speaking of traveling in July, we can finally share.
Oh yeah, we can finally, yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
happening. We're
your
going, I mean, we've
girls,
already said,
your girls are officially part of the San Diego Comic Con programming in more ways than one. You feel me? So,
right? Hold on.
uh,
I gotta pull up because that deserves an applause. We're doing like great things. Some of them we can't talk about just
yeah, we
yet.
can't even. We can't talk turkey. Just know we out here.
Yo, it's gonna be great.
Yes.
Um, because we're part of some phenomenal we're part of the programming we are on is absolutely phenomenal. Can't talk about details just yet, but we are in some like great things and just letting you know, I've been screaming and cheesing mad hard. um very, very, very excited. And I think this is
Yeah.
all I can say before I just let it out.
Yeah, we literally started our day with a new addition to this list of things that we'll be doing while we're there, and was literally just had to have a happy shout, like a good 5-minute happy shout. Because what do you mean? This is how I started my day. Like I hadn't even had my coffee yet. And it
Right,
was
I
just
did like
like the
that.
best and y'all know I'm not a morning person, but it was the best type of oh well I'm up now like type of energy. Oh man,
Is
so good.
San
So yeah.
Diego is San Diego's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be impactful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all the great things.
100%.
Like I
And we
said,
literally told ourselves after last year, we're like, what a way to like do it big for our first time. And it was like,
mhm.
okay, we have to step our cookies up for next year. And step we did. And we haven't even got there yet. Step we did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all the
I'm
things.
really excited about this. I've
Yeah.
been trying really hard. Like I said, I've been working out and they'll laughed at me at at our meetings, but I've dead ass been like trying to stay up later every single day. I'm trying to be like
I'm so proud
ready.
of you, babe. Y'all,
I'm trying to
Keisha
be
does not
ready.
play about that bedtime, okay?
I
When I tell
don't.
you there was several nights where I was just running my mouth and I looked over and Keisha was
I don't.
but it's
Like,
wild
you text
because it's a
me,
switch that she flips. And if she flips that switch, it turns into us not getting back to the hotel room till like 4 in the morning.
I'm either or. I always say that there is no
There's no
moderation with me.
forewarning of this either.
No.
Like I
It
literally
is.
had already ordered the lift to go back to the room, and she hit me unexpectedly hit because I'm trying to be respectful of the time that I was told. And then she hit me with the, well, we're already out. I was like, okay, bitch.
We had a good
Like, this
time.
what we on today? Let me hurry up and cancel this so we can go about our merry way. Yeah.
We had a good time, and we're
We
gonna
did
have a
have a
good
good
time.
time. We did have a
We're
good time.
gonna have
That's
a
definitely like the peak night of the whole weekend.
It
But
was.
it was definitely not planned for by
No,
any
not at
stretch of
all.
the imagination.
At all. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to prepare myself mentally to, like, be like, "Nah, bitch, you can stay up late. You can do things." Like,
You can do hard things.
yeah. And then, like, you could, like, hide for, like, a solid month afterwards. I
I
plan
don't
on
support that
just
at all, babe.
no, I plan on, like, just chilling afterwards. Just, like, yeah, I can't. I
But
can't.
we're gonna have planned so well ahead that it's okay if you do that. It won't y'all won't even see that the disappearance
Yes.
because we're locked in to get all the content and do all of the things. Because we learned a lot from last year.
A
And
lot.
we have the fabulous Brayburn pulling up with us this year. Because we part of
Yeah.
programming, so we got the whole squad with us, you feel me? So yeah, we're gonna
I
be
mean,
able to
for real,
like
for real,
cook for
we can
real.
also we are big
Yeah.
time. But we can also, like, talk about the fact that we're going to DreamCon, like,
Yeah, same month.
July.
All the shenanigans. July. And y'all, that's my birthday month. So, if you feel so led and you just really want to kick us some change for the shenanigans, we would love that. We would appreciate that. Also, if you
Mhm.
have like something that you feel like, oh, you guys can't miss this while you're at DreamCon, or you can't miss this while you're at San Diego Comic Con, please join our free tier of our Patreon and kick us some game about the things that are unmissable, because we are probably
Yes,
get enough responses from you guys of things that we just have to do while we're at the cons. We will make a series of it and make sure we get as many of those things done as possible.
absolutely. This is
Yeah,
gonna be awesome.
it's gonna be all
Yeah.
right. But we are trying to do better about managing our time, and we have already gone past our 2 hours. But thank you guys so much for pulling up and locking in with us for today's episode. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check out the titles. The link is at the very beginning of the chat, so that way you can access it and purchase your copies, or access your copy because they flex and you can get that thing for free. Dead of Night, the link is there in the chat so you can check it out. Huge shout out to everyone who pulled up today and keyed with us. We love you down. Make sure you like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. Pink Riot Comic Show on all US platforms. Tell a friend to pull up and show some love, because y'all, we're doing numbers low key. We've been like getting
We
more
are.
followers on all of the platforms, and we know it's because y'all are showing up and showing out and sharing us with all the cool kids. So that way we can build our community. It really does mean the world to us, and we really appreciate y'all doing that. If you haven't already, check out the link in our bio so you can check out our Patreon. Shout out to all of our Patreon subscribers. We love y'all down, and we literally do a happy dance every time we can add a new person to this list. It's such a vibe. We definitely have a free tier so you can pull up for the free ski and the vibes whenever you feel so led. And the paid tiers, there's 3 paid tiers. The higher you go up in tier, the more access you get. We literally just had our Riot Royalty meeting, where our Riot Royalty gets to come through to our meeting and they hear all the tea first. They get all of the sneak peeks and all of the things, and they actually influence a lot of what happens on the show. So if that interests you, definitely pull up to that. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you scroll up or scroll down and check out a few more episodes. Show us some love, drop some comments, share it with somebody. Watch like 3, 4, 5, 7 more videos. And if you're not going to watch it, that's okay. Just let them things play in the background, because those streams do help us whether you're watching it or not. But we would love for you to engage with the content because it's a vibe. Okay. And if you like the show, but maybe don't have the capacity to sit and watch all the time, don't worry. We got you covered because we's a podcast now. And you can check us out on Spotify and pretty much anywhere else you can find a podcast. It's like over 150 places where Keisha does her big one and has us pulling up in podcast format, usually the Saturday following our Thursday episode. So don't worry, that's the best way to consume it. We got you covered on Saturday. If you prefer the live experience where you get to kiki with us and engage in the comments, don't worry. We'll be here at the same damn place at the same damn time next week because we love you and we love what we do and we don't take no weeks off. Okay. Every Thursday, live at 5. Make sure you check out the Pink Riot merch. I know you see it. You want some Pink Riot merch. And we'll holler at you guys next week. Love you. Bye.
Later.
I definitely found more. All right, how many variants are there?
11.
Damn. Go ahead. No.